Okay, TraxxasMaxxUK YouTube channel. Another small video here for you. I've just bought a Walkera X350. It's supposed to be ready to fly, but as you can see, I don't know if this camera's going to go into focus. There's quite a lot of assembly to do on this. This is my first quadcopter. So I've got the FPV camera that comes with the Walkera and the radio gear for the FPV. Bought some bigger batteries for it, some bigger lipos. This is the lipo that comes with it, and the cable for the GoPro sold separately. Then we've got the GoPro 3 Black Edition, so that's going to go on the bottom there, and the Devo F7, which is like the FPV version of the TX controller. So I'm just going to do a little build video after reading the many instructions. It comes on 2 discs. Let's see how I get on. Okay, so in the manual there it says to put the blades on first, but as there's quite a little bit of fiddling about to do, I'm going to leave the blades till last. I'm going to get on with putting the feet on it. The feet are marked up. If I can get that into focus there. Maybe not, but on there there's an R. Sort of see that there, and there's a left on the other one. Okay, so you just put these on, thread your aerials, your antennas and your battery leads through the given holes at these points, put them on, and then these just screw on with these little hand bolts you can get, so it's easy to take on and off. No thread lock. Okay, so they're all screwed on there. Now also you'll notice on one of the legs there you've got this little thing here, which is actually the antennae for the GPS unit. Okay, so that's just going to plug into there. We'll get that plugged in there, and then we move on to the next step. Okay, so the next phase is installing the camera. Now you've got 2 options on this one, or maybe 3. You can have no camera. I want the camera because I want to use FPV. You can use the GoPro, and you can use the DV04, which is the camera that works in conjunction with this, or you can just run your FPV straight through your GoPro. But I'm going to use this one and put it on there anyway, for the point of the fact that when it goes in the flight case and I'm just taking it out and about, I can leave the GoPro at home and just use a small cam. So this is the mount, so you can mount this camera, and then afterwards you can mount the GoPro camera under there as well. You get a small bag here which contains a sticky pad, 2 larger screws and 2 small screws. So we use the 2 larger screws that are in here, screw these into the bottom mounts and mount this on, which I'll do that now. Okay, so once you've screwed the mount on with the larger screws, you've then got the 2 smaller screws. So you can see as you slide the camera in, it lines up with 2 smaller holes, and we just use these 2 tiny screws and they'll go in there to hold that together. Okay, so we've got the single FPV camera mount on here at the moment. This is the transmitter for the FPV. So we've got a lot of loose dangling wires around the bottom here, which I'll tidy up shortly after. Let's just check everything's running. The sticky pad that come in the bag with the 4 bolts, the 2 large and the 2 small. Sticky pad actually holds the FPV transmitter on, so that's a TX5804. I stuck this to the side, the aerial to the side on this one, just so you can open the flap at the rear and still get the lipos in and out without any obstructions. Okay, so there it is so far, slowly taking shape. Okay, so just to tidy up the aerials and things like that are all hanging around the bottom, there's another bag here. It's got some Allen keys in there, a bind plug, a couple of cable ties, and it's also got 3 very small little metal clips which will screw into the little holes provided on the legs and that should hide away the cables a bit. Okay, so we're just going to put them on there. Okay, so all I've done so far is just put the metal clips on. See them in there. Okay, and I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but there seem to be some holes in these front legs. So I've put the antennas through these. Whether that's correct or not, I shall find out soon. If not, I shall change it. So if you know anything other than that, do what you think. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it like that for now. Okay, so now we're going to put the blades on, and you'll notice on the end of each arm you've got a rotational pattern for each one. They do counter rotate, so with the back two spin inwards, and then you look at the front two, they also spin inwards. When you get the blades that come with it, you can see there's a rotational arrow on the blades as well, so you can match that up. As you can see, or maybe not, I don't know if I can get that into view. Okay, both rotational patterns have to be the same way, so make sure you get that correct. And we'll just stick these on. Okay, so all the blades are on. Now what we're going to do, if you look for the packet, it's got these rather nice alloy bullet ends. Each one of these has a hole in them, so you can screw them on and then stick an Allen key through there and just hand tighten them up. Again, do not use thread lock. Okay, so next things, I'm going to put the battery into the TX. Okay, comes with it. It comes with a little 800 milliamp 15C LiPo battery. Okay, nice, tidy, small. That's going to go right in the back of the Devo F7, sorry. Just open the back up, plug it in. Sorry, it's a bit difficult doing this with one hand. That's in there, lovely. And we just make sure the wires don't get tangled up too much. That's it. So it sits in there nice and tidy. Click. Okay, so now this should have power. Lovely. So hopefully if we plug in the quadcopter, that should be picking up a signal. Let's see. So I'll just push the stock battery in there for now. We'll connect this up. Okay, so we've just plugged that in. It's initialising. And I don't think that should be going like that. Right, it starts to connect. Okay, so we've just calibrated the Devo F7. Make sure your switches are on 0 to start with. Okay, put the F mode onto 0, so it's a manual operation. Okay, then you turn the transmitter on, count to 10, plug in the quadcopter there so you get power, and then the green light on this side will start flashing rapidly. Okay, make sure your controls are pulled down. Once it stops flashing rapidly, it'll start flashing slowly, and then it'll go a solid green. Once it goes a solid green, pull your controller right over to this side. You can see now the green light is on. Okay, and it's now working. Also, I just found a decent channel that I like for the FPV, and you can see on here, let's put it on the bottom there, you can see you've got some switches on the bottom there. Okay, there's 8 channels to choose from. Find the one that starts working better for you, for whatever environment you're in. Okay, and then you've got to match the channel that you have on the bottom of the quadcopter for the FPV on your mode here by pushing enter. You go into system menu, push enter, go into video select, push enter. Okay, and you come up channel 2, which matches channel 2 on the bottom of the quadcopter. Okay, so now you can see what the quadcopter sees. Even my ugly mug. So there you go. A few more calibrations to do, like the GPS and the compass, and then we should be good to fly.